Hello, is Fluffy here, also known as Stallion. Throughout my many years of playing Dauntless, I have uploaded many videos about the game, ranging from tutorial videos, build videos, guides, and more. However, I would like to spend the time now to talk about the most important topic of all when it comes to Dauntless, and that is the rocks. So please, join me now as I invite you on this epic 8-minute-long journey into the lives of a dauntless rock. Rocks were invented many eons ago. The oldest known rocks on Earth are over 4 billion years old and formed during the Hadean eon of Earth's history. The oldest dated rock on Earth is a sample of gneiss from the Acasta gneiss in the Slave Craton of northwestern Canada, which is estimated to be 4.03 billion years old. That is about the same age as your mother. There are many kinds of rocks, and each takes many different shapes and sizes, and belong to many different families, all which will be talked about here shortly. Rocks are also a good source of protein for the slayers of Dauntless, and can even come as seasoning to season their food. Let us now turn our attention to the rocks in Embermain Cove. The rocks here all move in silence and are real G's, often remaining quiet, but aren't afraid to pull out the Glock should an op come around. Let's take a look at this rock in particular. Such a marvelous design. Its edges are fine, and its personality is that of a stoic poet. You can tell by the way this rock was designed and shaped that it has a good life and an over 750 credit score. This rock is named Albus, and he is part of the igneous family. He holds a successful business as a real estate agent and has a massive rock. Rocks are such fascinating objects, especially the many different rocks of Dauntless, each and every one with a story to tell. Take this one for example, small, round, and very shy. Like you, an introvert who never wants to leave their room because they are afraid of what society might think of them. There, little buddy, you will be important someday. Like the many behemoths, animals, and even slayers in Dauntless, rocks also get thirsty and must ensure that they are properly hydrated and moist, just like your girlfriend. These rocks right here are part of the sedimentary family and were actually part of a herd, but broke away from their herd to get a quick drink. Marvelous! Their design is so fascinating and well done, like that one order from McDonald's that is actually done right because you have the proper crew working that day and not the late night shift. These rocks are also quite a friendly bunch and have accepted me into their herd as one of their own. I am now sedimentary. Now, let us travel to a different land and watch and examine the rocks there. Ah, yes, Iron Falls. The rocks here live in a much richer and cleaner neighborhood than the previous ones and are actually part of the 1%, establishing their status and treating the other rocks like peasants. Let's take a look at this rock for example. Ah, yes, such gorgeous round edges and features. This rock most definitely has an OnlyFans account, just like your sister, and her parents do not know about it. Dirty, dirty little rock. Before we go any further into the lives and design of more dauntless rocks, I would like to recite a poem about rocks by Amos Russell Wells. Encircled by the sea, a stony ledge lies at the breaker's edge. The ebbing and the flowing of the tide disclose the rock and hide. Now like a granite lion crouching there, its head is black in air, and now the whelming waters in a night have stolen it from sight. Such a beautifully written poem about rocks reminds me of that time I once saw a rock in Dauntless. Those were wild times. Did you know that rocks have many uses? Rocks are used extensively in construction as building materials for houses, roads, and pavements, with different types like limestone being used for cement production, sandstone for building blocks, and granite for countertops and monuments. Additionally, rocks are a source of valuable minerals like gold, diamonds, and sapphire, and some varieties like pumice are used as abrasives in cleaning products, which will explain why women love shiny rocks, because they themselves are rocks. Yes, that includes your mother. Let us now return to the noble life of the rocks in Iron Falls. As you can see here, we have a rock in its natural habitat. However, this rock decided to go the extra mile and attach a waterfall to its head to act as a sort of hat. Like that one douchebag that always wears a hat indoors for some unknown reason, or that annoying co-worker that is always telling others to wear a hat because hats are cool. Here, we find another rock. However, this rock is different than the other rocks. This rock is a classy lady named Jessica. Look at those gorgeous round curves, that smooth surface area, the way the wind blows away her dust. This rock is definitely a porn star, and she has offered to give me a rock of a good time, much like your mother. Did you know that upon Dauntless's beta release, Slayers did not know what a rock was? Well, now you do. Did you also know that rocks have medicinal purposes? Yes, some rocks and minerals have medicinal properties and are used in a variety of ways, including creating medicines. Minerals are used as components of drugs or as sources for them. For example, selenium can help with dandruff and may have cancer-fighting properties. Creating medical equipment. Minerals are used in medical equipment, such as pacemakers and CT imaging. Dental materials. Naturally occurring minerals and stones are used to clean and strengthen teeth and to create anatomical restorations. Traditional Chinese medicine minerals have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for over 2,000 years. For example, arsenic sulfide is used to treat parasitic worms, sore throats, and more. However, there is no scientific evidence that crystals and gems can be used to treat specific ailments. While crystals may help people relax, this effect is not supported by scientific evidence. So the next time someone tells you that rocks are useless, tell them to fuck right off. Let us now travel to a different land, one that is much poorer and where the rocks are very dangerous and violent. Observe this rock here, its stature, its menacing stare. This rock is most definitely a thug and has now taken our wallet. This rock belongs to the metamorphic family. There are a lot of dangerous rocks like this one here, mainly the levels of poverty and violence. Take this rock for example. This rock clearly does not belong in this neighborhood and recently witnessed a gruesome murder by other rocks. The lack of sharp edges on this rock suggest that it is a beta male, much like you. Did you know that on average, we see about 30 deaths per year, though it does fluctuate? Extrapolating 30 deaths per 5 million North American climbers to the estimated global total of 25 million climbers, we could see around 150 climbing-related deaths per year. A 2017 report recorded 38 climbing-related deaths in North America in the previous year. For fuck's sakes, people, stop climbing the rocks. They do not like being climbed on, much like your mother.